Welcome everyone to this presentation. We will be considering base plate design, stiffener, anchor bolt, just like this in Protasteel successfully. So we will be carrying out the trimming just the way it is to make our base plate model and look presentable just like this in this presentation. And so I'll urge us to stay throughout the presentation, for there are some settings that we are going to be doing to be able to have these base plates be modeled just like this. And don't forget to like the presentations. Do not forget to subscribe for more advanced lessons on this channel, Soft Reason. You're welcome once again. Let us get started. Alright, so I will zoom this away and get back to the next base plate I have here in this model just like this. So this is the default base plate in Protasteel. Alright, so if I want to insert another base plate right here, I can come over to where I have some micros in the micro gallery. I expand the base plate connection, select the base plate options, and then I will click on the station right there to have my base plate just like this. So this is a default base plate. So having inserted this default base plate just like this, you have to carry out some editing on it to be able to have it model just like this one that you are seeing like this. Okay, so this is what we will be covering. Alright, so let us proceed. I will come over to this one that I had just inserted. What I will do, having the main plate selected, I'll hold the Ctrl M to select the micros, because it is through the micro that you can be able to get to the settings, right, to be able to adjust this successfully. So I will zoom this to these positions just like this, and then I will activate to select the micros successfully just like this, and hit on the enter key on the keyboard. Having selected the micros, I hit on the enter key, and then the property, base plate property, will comes up. Once the base plate property comes up just like this, it is now in this property that I will now show us the settings we do to be able to get the previous one I've shown to us successfully. So we start the setting from the figure. The figure has to do with the shape, alright, of the plates. Okay, so we come over to this provision, this side. What we are going to be doing is some of these stiffener, we may not necessarily need them, but we'll need some. We will not need stiffener 4, which is this one. This vertical one that cut across this position, we don't need it, so you have to uncheck here. All right, we are not going to also need this one. Okay, this one, which is the P1, which is this one that is here, we will not need it, so we uncheck it as well. Okay, and then we click on the applied right there, so you can now see the ones we have. So it's only these ones that we need for now. So we are not done with this. We will come back here to do some settings, but for now, let us get to the plates itself. So coming over to the plate itself, we define the end plate thickness, okay, to be 30, and then the P1 thickness, which is the stiffener. The P1, this is P1 stiffener, and then this one is the P2 stiffener. This is the P3 stiffener. The total stiffener that are in this base plate are 4 stiffeners. Okay, so that's why you have up to P4 right there. So over there for the thickness for the P1, we have it to be 100, and then we have 10 over there in the stiffener 1, stiffener 2, and as well as stiffener 3. All right, so after which we come to the height of the stiffener is going to be 250 right there. All right, so the distance of the stiffener from the edge of the base plate is going to be 10 millimeters. All right, so the other height, which is second height of the stiffener, is going to be 50. So over here, which is the chamfering, all right, for stiffener 1 is going to be 50 as well. For this is 250. All right, and then we have a 10 right there, and then we also have 50 over here. This is stiffener 2, the one at the center. We have over here to be 100. Okay, so these are the settings. You have to actually take note of these settings that I am doing. Okay, and then to be able to get it understood. If you have any question, you can as well drop it at the comment sections right there. All right, so we attend to all of your questions successfully. Okay, so we also have it to be 50 right there. Okay, so having setting up the stiffeners like this, just click on the applied right there. So you have something of this kind. All right, so we have something of this kind. So having said this successfully, we have to now move all the way to the anchor holes. The anchor holes. All right, so now we need some anchor holes. Yeah, so originally now what we have here is just a default anchor hose. So you can see the bolt diameter is not given, so we can take it to be 20 millimeter. Then the tolerance is going to be 3 right there. All right, so this distance of this bolt, okay, this distance of the bolt from the center of the stanchions, we will take it to be 40, just like this. All right, the same thing we have to uncheck here. The same thing we are going to be having in this provisions. We have it to be 40 right there. Okay, So we have something of this kind. Click on the applied. You will notice that this is being adjusted just like this, as you can see. So for now we have only 2 anchor holes right there, okay, like the holes for the anchor bolts. We have only 2 right there. So if peradventure you want to make it like 3 right there, what you just need to do, you come over here and you check this type 2, okay. Just want to increase it and click in 40 spacing right there and click on the apply right there. So once you click on the apply, you can see you're not having about 4 anchor holes in the, in these directions, and so in the other direction we're having 2 right there, okay. So if you uncheck here, click on apply, you notice that we have only 1, okay. So this is how you can increase the number of holes for your anchor bolts successfully, okay. So let us click right there, click on applied, okay. So now we have set this. Let us close this dialog, but before we close this dialog, I want to take you to the figure again. So if you want to actually give a specific dimensions between the stiffener and the end of the plate, you can key in your distance here, and it's going to adjust both your base plate. You're going to adjust your base plate and as well as your stiffener to fit in the figure, any figure at all that you actually placed here. If you need a growth hose, you can also provide it by clicking this provision successfully. All right, so we'll come back to this dialog. All right, but let's close it and look at what we have done so far. Okay, so this is what we now have. All right, so you can now see that we have 1 2 3 4 holes in that directions, and in this direction is 2. So we have something like this that is well modeled. Okay, so this is how you can create that. For you can also set this for a preset, do a preset on these settings that we have made now. So once you do a preset on it, you can use it to place in every other places, and you can also save it to the program successfully. So I want to be taking us through that stage successfully. So for you to do that, at first you have to select this, and then do your Control M to select the micros, enter on the keyboard to bring up the dialog. All right, so when the dialog comes up, in the dialog we will have to now carry out some of the necessary editings, okay, as well. So here is the dialog, just like this. What you need, what I was saying is this: if you want to expand it, let's say we make this 250 or 200 millimeters, okay, from the edge of the plate. So in that directions, in this other directions, we do the same thing. I want to show you the effect on the base plate successfully. Click on the apply, so you have something of this kind. You can see now, okay. So at this moment, there is no need for this, or you can just make it 100, and then you click here, make it 100, the same thing, or round. Click on the apply options to have something of this kind, just like this. I think this is fine now and it's understood. If there's any question, you can drop it at the comment section successfully. The next thing I want to be showing us how to preset micros. So you come to preset, these provisions here right there, click on that. So once you click on that, we want to click on the save as, okay, this one. Click on the save as. But before then, I will be taking you to where we have anchor bolts. Again, there's something I want to show you right away, okay, over where we have shear key. The shear key are the beams that is being welded under the plate. Okay, that is the shear key. All right, so you can actually select the profile, like you can see now. I've actually pick profile. So I'll come to these provisions. This is the profile that is existing. If you click in these 3 dotted provisions, it will load the profile, and over here you can see some eye profile. So you can select here and choose any of the eye profile you want to use for that purpose. All right, successfully. Let me cancel that. Then I get back to the preset. Micros preset. So I want to be saving this to the program. All right, I want to be saving this to the program successfully. So I click on the save as. So once I click on the save, I click on the yes options. So I will save this as PT1, which is base plate 1. Okay, sorry, I will save it as PLT1. Sorry, I have to use capital later. Okay, PLT1, just like this, which is this one now that you have actually set successfully. Click on the OK options. So having set this, click on the save, okay, and the yes options. All right, so after which we save it to overwrite this existing, the default one, the default micros. Okay, so you just have to uncheck here, click on save again. Although we have saved it again, it actually overwrite the default micros. So this now will now be serving as a default micros. All right, a default micros for the base plate. So just click on the applied and then click on the enter, okay, to get rid of this. But if you want to save it to the system, actually you can click on get, but let's click on OK at first and see what next to do. In the next provisions, pick this again and click on these stations. You will notice you have this. All right, because we did not click on get. As you know, we click on get, this could have been saved to the system, so that if we actually want to place the base plate again, what we have will be this one. So let me tell you what you will do. After having this, since you have saved the other one as priority one, we want to go and select it and see what happened. All right. So what we do is get the plate selected, Control M, and then you have to now enter. All right. Zoom this to these directions. Enter, and then we are expecting the dialog to come up. So let's give the dialog some time to boot up, because all the settings we want to do is in the dialog. So all the way to the presets, as you can see right there, you click in this provision. Now you can see the one we have saved already, which is the PLT one. Select that, and then click on the, can you click on the apply right there. So once you click on the apply right there, it's supposed to actually work here. Okay, but as you can see, it is not that effective on this. I haven't selected this because this is the preset that we have saved. Okay, so just click on the OK options. Let me also show us the next method that we can use to apply that. Okay, so get this place selected, Control M right there, and then you have to actually bring up the dialog again. So having bring up the dialog just like this, what you will have to do is you have to check this override. Right, select this right there, and then click on this gate. Okay, once you click on this gate, it simply means you have saved this to the system right there. Okay, you have saved this to the system. So whenever you want to place the base plate again, now it's going to be using this particular one that we have already set. So make sure you check here as override, bring up this preset we have set successfully, click on get right there, apply right there, and OK. So once you have done that, now you can now go to the base plate provisions. Okay, like this stanchion, pick the base plate again. Now click on this base plate and you have this. Okay, so you can continue to place it there without editing it, and then you have the same base plate that you have set previously, just like this. You can see. All right, so having said that, the next thing you will do is to now place your anchor bolt successfully. You know, anchor bolt is a micros on its own. All right, so you can position it just like this. Okay, come to where we have a miscellaneous steel detailings right there. Expand that. This is an anchor bolt. Right click on it to do some settings on it. So you can see the type is simple and the C type. Okay, so let's use the simple type. Go to the geometry, and then in this geometry you can be able to set the length. All right, and then the length within the uppermost part of it successfully. After which you can now set here to 0 if you wouldn't want this bigger washer. Okay, we wouldn't want this bigger washer, so we set here to 0. You can click on get apply so that you will save to the system successfully. Okay, all right, at this time you can left click on it to activate it, right click out there and select the plate to place it automatically, just like this. You can see. All right, so this is it. The same thing can be applicable to this. You can just pick it, left click on it, right click, and then select the plates to insert that. Okay, it's just as simple as that. The same thing here, left click, right click, and select the plates to insert it. All right, so this is how you can actually set your plates successfully. What if a question is asked that you wouldn't want this base plate? Okay, you don't want to have any base plate. What will you do to remove all of this? You wouldn't want to have all of this stiffener, not base plate. Sorry. So what will you do now to actually remove these stiffeners? What you have to do is you have to navigate to the dialog again. All right, make sure you get the dialog up right there. So once the dialog is up, there is a setting in the dialog that you can do to enable you get rid of these stiffeners successfully. All right, so let us actually wait for the dialog, and then you have to navigate to the figure right there. In this figure, to remove all of this stiffener, what you need to do is you have to uncheck P2, you have to uncheck P3 right there. Uncheck P2 and P3, and then you click on the applied, and you will not see any stiffener. You cannot see. Okay, so if you want it back, you just have to check P2 and as well as P3 right there, just like this. Make sure they are all checked like this. Okay, like this before you click on applied, and then you have it back. Okay, so this is how you can actually navigate and create your base plate as well, make it a preset. So with this now, if you run any clash check on this, there will be no clash. So everything is set and then is modeled successfully. This brings us to the end of these presentations successfully, and I want to request that you like and subscribe to this channel as we bring to you more advanced lessons of this kind. Stay tuned for more advanced lessons and stay safe. Bye for now.